Have you ever wondered why, the moment you stop caring about her, everything starts to fall into place? Why the guys who seem to care the least about women always end up getting the most attention? Society has conditioned you to believe that you need to care more about the girl you're dating, about her feelings, about winning her approval to get ahead in your romantic life. But what if I told you, this mindset is the very reason you're struggling? The more you invest emotionally in someone who's not reciprocating, the more you're setting the psychological power of detachment in dating yourself up for frustration and disappointment. The more you chase her, the less interested she becomes. It's not just an opinion, it's rooted in psychological dynamics and even Stoic philosophy, a way of thinking that has helped men rise above emotional chaos for centuries. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control, our own actions and thoughts, while detaching from everything else. And here's the truth: when you cling to the idea of winning her approval or affection, you give away your power. But when you let go, when you genuinely stop caring about the why, caring too much makes you weak. Outcome: you tap into a strength that most men never experience. One, the power of detachment in dating. Let's start by discussing something that few people will tell you. Caring too much makes you weak in her eyes. From a young age, you're taught to care deeply, to express your feelings, to show her how much you want her. But here's the brutal truth: the more you care, the more she pulls away the moment you stop. Stop caring, however, you become powerful. Why? Because detachment is freedom, and freedom is attractive when why caring less makes her want you more. You stop caring about the outcome of your interactions with her. You stop being controlled by fear. Fear of losing her, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. Think about the men who seem to have women falling over them. They aren't the ones obsessing over every text message or wondering what she thinks of them. They're the ones who move through life with confidence without the constant need for a woman's approval. This doesn't mean being a jerk or ignoring her feelings. It's about reclaiming your power when you're overly invested in her. You hand over control of your emotions. You're essentially saying, "I need you to feel good about myself." That's weak, and women can sense it. The truth is, women are naturally drawn to men who are focused on their own lives and who don't depend on their validation. When you practice detachment, you send a different message: I'm good with or without you, and that's when she starts noticing. 2. Why caring less makes her want you more. Society keeps telling you how detachment instantly boosts your attraction to care. More text, her first show, her how much you're into her, put in more effort. But the reality is, the more you care, the less she cares. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But think about this: when you're constantly worried about whether she likes you, you get emotionally attached to the outcome. And the more attached you are, the more desperate you appear. When you care too much about how things are going, you're driven by fear. Fear of rejection, fear that she'll lose interest, fear that you're not enough. You start overthinking every interaction, analyzing every message, and wondering if you're saying the right thing. What does that do? It makes you come across as needy, insecure, and desperate. And here's the harsh truth: women can sense it from a mile away. The more you worry about how things will turn out, the less confident you become. But the guy who cares less, the one who isn't obsessed with the outcome, he's the one who wins. Why? Because he's not chasing her. He's focused on his own life, his own mission, and his own happiness. That kind of detachment is attractive. It signals the desperation vibe and why it pushes her away. Confidence, independence, and self-worth. When you stop worrying about where things are going and focus on enjoying the moment, she'll sense that energy. And here's the kicker: women want to be around men who aren't trying too hard. They want to be around men who are confident enough to let things unfold naturally. 3. How detachment instantly boosts your attraction. Want to know the fastest way to become more attractive to her? It's not through buying expensive gifts, trying to look perfect, or texting her non-stop. It's through letting go of the need for her approval. Most men walk through life trapped by their need for a woman's validation. You bend over backward to be liked, to keep her attention, to prove you're worthy. But the more you seek her approval, the weaker you appear. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you show her that you need her validation, the less attractive you become. When you're constantly trying to impress her, you're putting her on a pedestal, and that's not where she wants to be. Detachment, on the other hand, is the hidden freedom of saying, "I don't care," the ultimate form of confidence. When you stop caring whether she approves of your actions or not, you automatically become more attractive. A man who's detached walks into any situation without worrying about the outcome. He doesn't second-guess himself, and he doesn't beg for her attention. He's secure in who he is, and that's incredibly attractive. The moment you stop caring about whether she likes you or how she'll react to what you say, you become the guy she wants to be around. The irony is, when you stop chasing her, she starts chasing you for the desperation vibe, why it pushes her away. Desperation is one of the biggest killers of attraction. You letting go, the ultimate power move in relationships. Might not realize it, but when you care too much, when you're constantly chasing her, you give off a vibe that pushes her away. Women can sense desperation, and it's a huge turn-off, whether it's texting too much, always being the first to initiate contact, or constantly asking for reassurance. Desperation makes you look weak, and weakness is the opposite of attraction. When you're desperate for her attention, you're telling her that you need her to feel complete. You're essentially saying, "I'm not enough on my own." That's a heavy burden for anyone to carry, and women don't want that responsibility. What you need to understand is, this desperation stems from a lack of self-worth. When you feel desperate, you're looking for her to validate your existence, and that's toxic. The less you care about whether she texts you back, the less you care about reclaiming your time and energy. Impressing her, the more she'll be drawn to you. When you walk into any interaction with the mindset of, "I'm good with or without this," you instantly become more attractive. People, including women, are drawn to men who are self-sufficient and confident in their own value. 5. The hidden freedom of saying, "I don't care" in relationships. There's a hidden power in saying "I don't care" when it comes to dating. But this isn't about being cold or dismissive. It's about freeing yourself from the mental prison of caring too much about someone who may not be reciprocating. Too many men waste their energy trying to win over a woman who's not even thinking about them. The harsh truth is, the more you care about what she thinks, the more you let her control your emotions, you lose your sense of self-worth, because you're tying it to whether or not she's giving you attention. But once you realize that you don't need her approval, why walking away is the strongest move. You free yourself. You stop wasting time and energy on someone who may not even be worth it, and you start focusing on yourself in relationships. This shift in mindset is everything. When you stop caring whether she likes you, when you stop worrying about every little detail, you regain control. And ironically, the less you care, the more she will. Why? Because women are naturally drawn to men who don't put them on a pedestal, men who are confident enough to walk away if things aren't working out. 6. Letting go. The ultimate power move in relationships. Learning to let go is one of the most powerful things you can do in your dating life. Most men make the mistake of clinging too tightly, whether it's to a specific outcome, a relationship, or the idea of winning her over. But here's the truth. The more you cling, the more you push her away. When you let go, you're not giving up or walking away from relationships entirely. You're simply releasing your emotional attachment to the outcome. You're signaling that you'll be fine. no matter what happens. This kind of confidence is rare and it's powerful. Women respect men who aren't afraid to walk away, men who are confident enough in themselves to let go if things aren't working in their favor. Think about it when you're not attached. You're free. Free from the anxiety of trying to control every situation, free from over-analyzing every conversation, and free from the constant need for reassurance. Women can feel this energy, and they'll start wondering why you're not chasing like every other guy when you let go. She's the one who starts chasing 7. Reclaim your time and energy. One of the biggest mistakes men make in relationships is investing too much time and energy into someone who isn't reciprocating. How many hours have you spent thinking about her texting, her planning your next move, or waiting for her response? All that time could have been used to improve yourself, working out, pursuing your goals, building your career, or even enjoying your hobbies. When you stop caring about her and reclaim your time, you instantly become more attractive. You start focusing on things that make you stronger, more fulfilled and more independent. This shift in focus does 2 things. It makes you less available, which makes her want your attention more, and it gives you back control over your life. Women are naturally drawn to men who are busy, who are passionate about their own lives, and who don't drop everything for them. By reclaiming your time and energy, you create a life that's rich with purpose and direction, and that's magnetic. 8. Stop trying to fix everything. Here's a harsh truth: you can't fix her problems. Too many men fall into the trap of trying to solve every issue for the women they're dating. You think that by being the hero, by always being there to help, she'll appreciate you more. But that's not how it works. The more you try to fix her life, the more you come across as needy and controlling, and that's a massive turn-off. Instead of trying to fix everything, focus on yourself. The truth is, women don't want a guy who's constantly trying to solve their problems. They want a man who's in control of his own life. They want someone who can handle his own business, not someone who's overly invested in theirs. When you stop trying to fix everything for her, you're showing her that you trust her to handle her own issues. This detachment creates respect and space in the relationship. Women don't want to fix her. They want a partner who can support them without losing themselves in the process. Focus on fixing your own life and watch how she starts to appreciate your strength. 9. Why walking away is the strongest move. The ability to walk away is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. Why? Because it shows that you value yourself enough to leave if you're not being treated the way you deserve. Most men stay in bad situations far too long, clinging to the hope that things will change, that she'll start respecting them, or that she'll finally commit. But here's the truth. If she doesn't value you now, she's not going to value you later. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing yourself over a relationship that doesn't serve you. When you walk away, you're showing her that you don't need her to be happy, that you're strong enough to leave if she's not treating you right. And here's the twist: when you walk away, that's often when she starts chasing you. Women respect men who can walk away because it shows you're not desperate for their attention. It puts you back in control of the dynamic, and even if she doesn't come running back, walking away ensures that you maintain your dignity and self-respect. 10. Detachment as your long-term strategy. Here's the final point that ties it all together. Detachment is not just a short-term trick to get her interested. It's a long-term strategy for success in all relationships. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care about anyone. It means you don't need them to validate you. You're no longer a slave to the emotional roller coaster of dating, because your self-worth is built from within. In every relationship, there will be ups and downs. But the men who thrive are the ones who are emotionally resilient, those who can handle the highs and lows without losing themselves. When you practice detachment, You're no longer at the mercy of her moods, her decisions, or her attention. You're focused on your path, your goals, and your growth. And that's what makes you not just attractive, but irresistible. Detachment allows you to stay grounded no matter what happens, whether she stays or goes, whether the relationship works out or not. You're still in control. And that's the mindset that will bring you not just success in dating, but in life. The less you care about whether she texts you back, the more confident, self-assured, and powerful you become. To recap, detachment is the key to flipping the script in your dating life. When you stop caring about her approval, when you let go of the need for validation, when you reclaim your time and energy, and when you're willing to walk away, everything changes. You're no longer the guy chasing her. You become the man she can't stop thinking about. Remember, you are the prize. The moment you start believing that the entire dynamic shifts in your favor, stop chasing, stop fixing, stop over-investigation, and once you stop chasing, she'll start chasing you. This 10-point breakdown now fully emphasizes how letting go and detaching emotionally from the outcome of romantic pursuits shifts the power dynamic, not just in the short term, but for long-term success. It teaches men that reclaiming their time, energy, and self-worth is the ultimate way to attract the right kind of attention without chasing validation.